switched on? Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. I feel very privileged in being the first. Privileged in being the first speaker in Ramadan this year. So I gave this talk last year, and that was the blurb from last year. So since then, I passed my consultant exam. It's fine. I didn't tell you guys, but I still have 2 years of training to go, and hopefully in a few years' time, I will be a consultant. I did give this talk last year, obviously. Some of you may remember it. I will. Who was here? Who did hear me give this talk last year? Just with a show of hands. One, not many then. A few here. Did you take my advice out of curiosity? No. You forgot.
I can't remember you.
You can't remember. Who did anyone follow my advice? No. Okay, fine. So this will be a new topic for you guys, and hopefully you can take this on board and help. So yeah, I graduated in 2009. I've been working as an anaesthetist since 2012, all across London. I was at St Mary's. I'm now at Hillingdon. I've been all across Chelsea, Hammersmith, and whatnot. What do I do? What is an anaesthetist? I am the person that puts you to sleep during an operation. I look after you while you're asleep, and I wake you up at the end. I also do your epidurals if you're about to have a baby. And then a lot of people say, well, you put us to sleep and then you just sit down and read the paper, don't you? There's a bit more to it than that. I look after you while you're having this operation. And I monitor you very, very, very closely. From how much urine you produce to how much carbon dioxide you produce as well, actually. So very, very tiny, very, very minutiae we look into. Also next year I will be taking up pro surfing. Bad joke, sorry. Bit of physiology. Your average person, how much water you're made up of? 2/3 of every one of you is made up of water. So your average 70-kilo man, that's what we talk about in medicine, your average 70-kilo man has 45 litres of water in them. Okay. Now, again, if you want to follow the rule of 2/3, so the 2/3 is 45 litres, 2/3 of that 45 litres, so 30 litres of those 45 are inside your cells. The other 2/3 are outside of your cells. Approximately about 3 litres of that is inside your blood. The rest of that is sitting in and around your cells, in your gallbladder, around your brain, in your eyes, different places. So just to quantify how much water is in you and where it all lies. Now, when you become dehydrated, you lose fluid from all those compartments, every single one. So it slowly seeps out. You become dehydrated first from your blood, you lose it in your blood. Your blood sucks it from your cells, sucks it from around the fluid, and it all just slowly drops down. And the other important factor to recognize when you become dehydrated, it's not just the water, it's the salt as well, actually, that you lose. It's a bit of both. How we control our fluid. Am I moving too much? Left to right? Right. How we control our fluid status. Very, very, very complicated system. You have loads of receptors and loads of outputs to those receptors. Things from your blood pressure to your heart rate to your concentration of salt in your blood. You know, how much salt, how much sugar, all of that is calculated and measured. Now, that's measured. You send a signal back to your brain goes, yes, I'm thirsty, I'm not thirsty. That's the first thing that happens. The second thing that happens is you get the response to your kidneys. So kidneys go, I'm dehydrated, I need to retain fluid, or my fluid status is okay and I can wee it out. So it's all controlled that way, and you'll wee more or less, and you'll drink more or less. Now during Ramadan, what happens? You don't become dehydrated overnight like that. That doesn't exist. It's a slow, progressive thing that happens over days to weeks. Now, if you're young, fit and healthy, you can probably survive 2, 3, probably to the end of Ramadan, you won't be dehydrated. If you're a bit more elderly, you've got a bit more problems, heart problems, different things, diabetes, you probably become dehydrated a bit earlier. So this is probably even more important for you. So what happens? You go, do you know what? I need to keep hydrated. What am I going to do? I'm going to drink loads and loads and loads of water. That's how to keep hydrated. During Imsak, And that's typically what happens. You go, you know what? Oh, it's 5 minutes to imsak. Everyone, where's the water? You rush around, you find that water, you drink that cup, you drink a second, you drink a third. Now, I don't know about you guys. When I used to do this, that night, I used to wake up 2, 3 times, and you wee it all out. It all just goes. It all just goes. Now, when you wee it out, if you've actually paid attention to it, it's really dilute. It's just water. If you're dehydrated, this should be really concentrated because your kidneys say, I'm dehydrated, I need to keep my fluid in. So what comes up becomes very concentrated. And that's not the case when you do this, drink this gallons and gallons of water. And why is that? And I'll go back to this. What happens is, you become progressively dehydrated, so it all kind of just goes. But your kidneys are really, really good at maintaining the same level of salt in your blood. If any of you are interested, it's 280 milliosmoles per litre. That's an arbitrary number. All right? So you become dehydrated, concentration in your blood stays the same, 280 milliosmoles, regardless. All right? You drink that gallon of water, your blood becomes very, very dilute. And your kidneys go, don't like this, don't like this. And you wee it all out. And that's basically what happens. So you drink that gallon of water, your blood becomes dilute, it goes less than 280 milliosmoles, you wee it all out, and you're back to stage 1. You go, and you don't absorb any of it. So a couple of years ago, at work, I was doing a night shift, I was fasting, and I'm not sure if there are any doctors in the house, but as a doctor, you never ever prescribe water to your dehydrated patients. No, it's just, you prescribe what is described as an isotonic fluid. An isotonic fluid, people that know Latin, very good timing, doctor. An isotonic fluid, iso means the same, tonic is tonicity, is the concentration. So it's the same concentration of solutes compared to your blood, isotonic fluids. So I was at work, I cut open a bag of this isotonic fluid, and all I had was 2 cups worth. Didn't taste very nice, I'll be honest with you. But the next day I thought, hold on a second, this is actually, I feel much better. I didn't wee it all out. I thought, can I get myself some of this? You can't exactly go to hospital every single time and grab these fluids. But these fluids are available, you can get these fluids. So isotonic drinks, sports drinks, all sports drinks are described as isotonic. They've got a bit of salt in them, they've got a bit of sugar in them, and they're isotonic. So I tried it out, and it worked. Because it maintains the same concentration of salt in your body. So, in summary, what I do now during Ramadan, and this will be might blow some of your minds, I don't drink water at all. At all. I'm getting a few shakes of the head. I don't drink any water. I drink isotonic drinks, full stop. And I've noticed a massive, massive difference in how it makes me feel and my hydration. I challenge you, try it once, just one day, and see how you feel the next day. This does come with a caveat. These drinks have got a lot of sugar in them. If you're a diabetic, it might not be best for you. Especially, it depends if you're fasting or not. That's another issue altogether, diabetics and fasting. If you've got high blood pressure as well. If you've got high blood pressure, there's a lot of sodium in these drinks. And that will bring your blood pressure up. So that's another thing you have to be cautious and aware of. But those of you that heard this and didn't try it last year, give it a go. So this year, I deliberately did not mention any trade names. So no, and it's ironic that my wife is an expert in sugar and salt as well. And we could be quite millionaires, but it's another issue altogether. That's it. Thank you very much. Oh.
So what about the advice of you have to drink 2 liters of water every day? So is that just?
Am I allowed to take questions? Just this one. So the advice I give to people when it comes to drinking X amount of water, your best gauge of how much water you should be drinking is how thirsty you are. There is nothing. When I talk to my patients that are dehydrated, one of the first questions I ask them, do you feel thirsty?
So that's completely wrong. 2 liters of it, that's not right.
So everyone's different. Everyone's an individual. Obviously, children are different. 2 liters as an arbitrary number, I can tell you now, is wrong. Yes. Yeah. How much depends on everyone. Me, myself, personally, I can survive with almost nothing. I've climbed Kilimanjaro with drinking 300 mils a day. But that's just me. But everyone will need different. But just go on how thirsty you are. Don't set yourself an absolute target. I have to drink 10 glasses. I have to drink 1 liter. There's no such thing as an absolute.
But the damage is not going to happen in the long term.
No. You drink when you're thirsty. Thank you very much.